This is one of the most aesthetic PCs we have ever designed and built, if you like a real statement piece. But at the same time, it is also one of the highest airflow. Now, these two things are usually in opposition to each other for modern PCs, but this is all possible thanks to the case for today's build. This is the latest release from Hyte, the X50. In my view, Hyte has been releasing some of the best high-end PC cases on the market for the last few years, and they seem to be one of the few brands that's pushing the envelope with new designs. With the X50, they've continued their winning role. This thing is almost as if a pillow became a case of metal and glass. It is a bit of an engineering marvel with this rounded off mesh metal front panel, while still featuring a wraparound glass panel and just being straight up visually appealing. Hyte have managed to make this thing perform like a proper performance chassis, not just a showcase, but somehow it pulls off this double act. To kick things off, we have the CPU for this PC, the Ryzen 9 9950 X3D. This chip compromises on nothing, with stunning gaming performance meeting top tier productivity. Overall, this chip kind of just doesn't make sense. On paper, it feels like this CPU should have a drawback. It just doesn't. But if you're someone on the lookout for the highest end performance that money can buy, then this is the CPU you go with. Now, the motherboard for this rig is the X870E AORUS Master X3D. This relatively new board comes stocked with some supercharged AI X3D tech called Turbo Mode 2.0. Now, the 9950 X3D is usually just pipped by the 9800 in the gaming titles, but here's how it might get interesting with the Turbo Mode on this board. This tech will reduce the cores and threads to 8, turn up the speed slightly, and disable multi-threading. So in those single core titles that favor the 9800, this CPU could outperform it. But outside of the new tech, this board has more features like Wi-Fi 7, stacks of ports, and space for up to 5 SSDs directly on the board. Keeping it simple but super solid with the RAM and SSD, we have both from Lexar. The RAM is a Thor RGB kit and 128 gigabytes of it. Since the design on these was updated, I really like them. It's a pretty simple squared off shape. These clean lines make it suit any board and adds just enough aesthetically. For the storage, we're using this 4TB NM790. This SSD is an all-around excellent piece of kit. Lexar is always a reliable choice. It's an easy recommendation for an affordable drive that delivers the goods. Now with our motherboard complete, it's time to dive into the star of the show. Of course, the case, the Hyte X50. It's always fun to go with a pop of color, so we have strawberry milk, or more simply put, it's pink. And we'll be filling this rig with all white parts, so we'll have a proper cherry blossom PC. The most prominent feature of this case is the rounded curves. According to Hyte, that's what made this case so difficult to manufacture. Basically, getting that rounded shape to hold with mesh was nearly impossible to do unless it was plastic. But Hyte pulled it off, so it's a quality metal panel and it's quite interesting for airflow outside of just its unique look. With those perforations extending all the way around the edge, there's a much greater surface area to pull in that lovely cold air. Now, the wraparound glass panel goes vertical rather than horizontal like many fish tank cases we're seeing today, so you get an unimpeded view of the parts. The hang-up for me with this design for my taste was always the big empty look that it seemed to give builds. But by top mounting the PSU, Hyte has nixed this problem. If you want a unique case for your next PC with a real statement look, but you're unwilling to sacrifice on some cooling, then the rounded X50 has very little competition from anyone. Maybe my favorite aesthetic part of this rig is this cooler, the Trix Panorama 360. Now this thing has been called the Ferrari of liquid coolers, and once this is in, it's easy to see why. If you want an AIO with a serious LCD screen, then this cooler is the go-to option, with its full wraparound display. Now, there's no shortage on the market for liquid coolers, but this one is truly different. It supports 3D content, so you can get it so whatever's on the screen will appear to pop out. And it doesn't only throw a fresh take on design, it delivers where it matters, with low noise and temps. But be warned, it comes with a premium price tag. Now for the gaming power behind this PC, the AORUS Master Ice RTX 5090. This is Gigabyte's flagship, engineered for extreme performance and high-end gaming. It's positioned at the top of their product lineup for a reason, with its standout white chassis, RGB tipped fans, and a small LCD monitor, because we definitely need another screen in this PC. With the GPU locked in, we are completely finished, and I'm super pumped with the result. With all the flagship parts from Gigabyte and the top mainstream CPU, this PC is really just as high-end in the performance department as it is in aesthetics. Aiding in this case's existing airflow, we've got plenty of fans to take advantage of this case design. But let's put this rig through some temperature tests. This is still a high-end PC with plenty of power-hungry components, so let's see if what Hyte has done is true to their word and will keep this rig cool. After 30 minutes on firm arc, pushing the 5090 to the limit and keeping it there, with the glass panel back on of course, I didn't see the GPU go over 68 degrees. Now for the 9950 X3D. When a chip has so much power, it can get equally hot, but this rig performed better than I even expected and kept the CPU to 71 degrees. Now, there's been various opinions on the X3D tech from Gigabyte. Some have called it overblown, but I do think there's a few use cases that can make it worth it. In games that favor single core speed, there's a nice jump in performance. Actually, a use case that does seem promising to me is heavily modded Minecraft. Because Minecraft is built on Java, it can only operate on a single core at a time. So when you turn the intensity up with a bunch of mods, you can switch on turbo mode and it settles down some of that lag you might experience with a stack of mods. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll hopefully see you in the next one.